All right, guys, we're in the midst of the All-Star break here at SBR with no games on the schedule today. I wanted to take a look at some of the better AL teams that happen to have weak links in their starting rotation. I do so today with SBR's contributor Ross Benjamin here with us. First off, Ross, I want to kick this off talking about the Kansas City Royals. First place team, absolutely excellent offense. Their pitching staff is excellent as well, except for a Mr. Jeremy Guthrie.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's tough to label a starting pitcher as a weak link in the rotation who's gone 28 and 13 during the past two seasons. But when you look inside those numbers, Matt, in those 2 years, during that time, he's posted a less than stellar 407 ERA. Not terrible, but not indicative of a guy who's gone 28 and 13. This year, he's 7 and 5 and 17 starts, a less than impressive 5.36 ERA. He's by far, in my opinion, the weak link in this rotation.
Yeah, now while the Royals are good enough, and this won't, I don't think affect them too much right now. I can imagine that they are uneasy thinking about Guthrie, especially on the road during the playoffs.
Yeah, he was very good during last postseason. So that goes a long way in their thought process. And this guy just battles. You got to give him credit for that. He's never been somebody who overwhelms you with his pitching prowess, but somehow he gets it done at the end of the day. And he's been quite successful. It's been a revitalizing experience for him since he's been transferred over to Kansas City.
Absolutely. Now, next up, we're going to take a look at our favorite New York Yankees. Now, they have a number of little tiny holes in their rotation. However, I know we differ on this a little bit. I think their weak link's Eovaldi. I know CC is on yours. I understand the Eovaldi going with CC. Eovaldi somehow got a 9-2 record on the year, which I can't wrap my head around at all. But why does CC get your nod here?
Well, first of all, Evaldi to me still has pretty good stuff. I mean, he's a power pitcher, and that goes a long way in as far as the season wears on. Sabathia to me has been on a decline for 3 years right now. I mean, you look at this year's performance line, 4 and 8 with an unimpressive 5.47 ERA, and that includes a huge 7.71 ERA in 35 innings pitched during 7 starts at Yankee Stadium. The 34-year-old veteran has shown signs of going downhill, as I alluded to. If you look at his combined record since 2013, it's 21 and 25 with a less than respectable 5.04 ERA. Although his start this year in the first half of the season appears to be terrible to many, it's not shocking to me because I saw this coming a bit. And then Eovaldi, I know that you don't like him that much, or you just label him as their weak link. But the guy, if you look at his record against winning teams this season, it's been awfully good. And that's the only reason why I gave Sabathia the nod in this regard.
Yeah, I can understand that. Like I said, I don't. How he won 9 games so far this season is beyond me. But I guess I understand the CC pick, and I think that it also speaks to the fact that they have so much money tied up with him that it's going to make them difficult for them to add to this rotation at this point.
Yeah, I agree with you. Sabathia's huge salary certainly isn't conducive to him being traded at the deadline, nor is anybody going to be standing in line to get his services right now with the type of record he has, and then taking on the huge contract, even if the Yankees were willing to eat some of it. So the Yankees are pretty much trapped here within this contract, and they're just going to hope for the best in the second half of the season with the veteran left-hander.
Yeah. So hopefully they can figure that out. We got one more on the docket here. I'm looking at your paperwork here. Seemed like you got a big one for the Los Angeles Angels here.
Well, Jared Weaver, I mean, again, this is another former ace like Sabathia that's really struggled this year, and it's easy to see why, Matt. All you have to do is look at his strikeout numbers compared to what they were in years past and this year, night and day. In his first 9 years of his career, all with the Angels, Weaver averaged 7.5 strikeouts per 9 innings pitched. That number has sunk to 4.6 this season. He's definitely lost a ton of velocity off his fastball. He's on the injured list right now, so there's quite a chance that he's not been thoroughly healthy this year. In any event, his numbers indicate to me he's also been on a gradual decline over the last 3 seasons, and that's pretty much been sped up this season. He's also allowed 16 home runs in 96 and two-third innings pitched this year, Matt, and that's on pace to surpass his career high of allowing 27 long balls last season. So another one of these starting or ace pitchers, I should say, that's on the decline.
Yeah, luckily the Angels have put together quite a solid, more than solid rotation around him, I think, at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. If they can get Matt Shoemaker going, it would help immensely too. He came up coming off a stellar rookie year a season ago. He's really struggled out of the gate this year. Seems to be finding his groove of late. So that'd be a big thing if he could sort of progress as the second half of the season wears down.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Well, hey, if you're a fan of these teams, here's to hoping they figure out these gaping holes before October hits. Russ, I want to thank you for coming on to talk to us, and we'll be back to take a look at some NL teams with week rotation pieces right here at sportsbookreview.com.